Mega berisi bermatahari biru. Saat nulis saya suka nonton danau. Ganang jeung kontempong kayak bandingan. Indonesia Jaya Merdeka Panggaku jalanan Reseman biji Rukun sakabena
どうも、こんにちは。大学アジアウィーク作品する5月、スレッドオブザフルーツ。ご覧ください。Thank you for coming to this Indonesia-KyushuUniversity University Spirit of the Future, part of Asian Week event in Kyushu University. 私は九州大学大学院地球社会統合科学部、博士学生の、アウリアと申します。本日 MC を務めさせていただきます。My name is Aulia and I will act as your MC for today. 本日のイベントなんですけども、これからいくつかの、ご挨拶、や、イベント開催週に、関連する映像など、をご紹介、させていただきます。それに続きまして、Q-AOS の、ご紹介や、挨拶、がございます。後で、それに続きまして、インドネシアの伝統楽器アンクルンの演奏、続きまして、メインのイベントという、パネルディスカッション、パネルディスカッションが終わったら、インドネシアの伝統舞踊の、サマンダンスという演奏がございます。その後はメインのイベントが、終わるんですけれども、最後には集合写真や、交流会という、枠もございますので、ぜひご参加ください。 So for today's event, we will start with several videos and opening remarks by people involved in this event. And then we will continue to show of Indonesian traditional musical performance called angklung. And after that, we will go on into our main event, the panel discussion, after which we will have an Indonesian dance called Saman Dance. And after the closing remark, we will have a photo session and a cultural exchange session, which you all could participate. So without further ado, we will move to our first agenda today, which is the screening of opening remark video by Kyushu University President. では、早速、最初の、アジェンダに、したいと思っています。九州大学の総長、様の、ご挨拶の映像、です。よろしくお願いします。
Good afternoon. I'm Tatsuro Ishibashi, President of Kyushu University. I would like to say a few words on behalf of the organizers of Asia Week 2022. Thank you very much for taking time out of your busy schedule to attend this event, whether you are here in person or watching online from wherever you are in the world. We are also pleased to have with us here today Ambassador Heri Ahmadi and other officials from the Embassy of the Republic Indonesia. We extend our warmest gratitude in welcoming you to Kyushu University. Last November, Kyushu University was selected as a designated national university corporation by the Japanese government. Together with the selection, we announced Kyushu University Vision 2030, which outlines the university's direction and policies for the next 10 years. Under this vision, the university seeks to drive social change with integrative knowledge through initiatives that work to find resolutions to social issues and promote digital transformation. Specifically, we believe that integrative knowledge, which brings together new learning and ideas from across the natural sciences, the humanities, and social sciences, and even design, is necessary to solve complex and challenging social issues. The next 9 days mark Kyushu University Asia Week 2022, starting today and continuing until November 12th. Under the theme of Kyushu University, Open to Asia and Connecting Asia, we hope that together with all of you, we can explore what integrative knowledge we need to develop a sustainable society that prioritizes people's well-being. Today's opening event will feature a lecture by Ambassador Heri Ahmadi, who will speak to the spirit of the future in Indonesia, a country with which we have close ties through our relationships with Gajah Mada University and the Bandung Institute of Technology, for example. We will also enjoy presentations by returning international students, a panel discussion, and more. We believe this event is an opportunity to build a deeper relationship with Indonesia. In closing, I wish to express my hope that this event will be meaningful to all Asia Week participant and will foster further opportunities for international exchange and cooperation with our university. Thank you very much.
ありがとうございます。以上、早朝、よりのご挨拶でございました。That was the opening remark by the president of Kyushu University. We will move ahead to the next agenda, which is Kyushu University introduction movie. 次は、九州大学の紹介映像、を、ご覧いただきたいと思っています。お願いします。
My name is Shunsuke Managi. My research topic is measuring sustainability. Given the importance of United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, understanding how to judge its degree of success and failure is required. The Inclusive Wealth Index measures the wealth of nations in terms of well-being and the long-term sustainability. Statistical infrastructure actively shape the future through its influence on government policies. Our group has shown an opportunity to define the recovery from COVID-19 in terms of sustainable development, the Paris Agreement, the Beyond GDP movement. Our results have been implemented widely in different continents for suggesting future policies, such as which technology to be used, how much budget needed, and telling how different disciplines can contribute on project collaborations.
Here at the International Institute for Carbon Neutral Energy Research in Kyushu University, we are addressing issues which affect all of us in the Asia-Pacific region. One of our major goals is to reduce carbon dioxide and to realize a carbon-neutral future for Japan and for the region. By working with us, you can be involved in research which considers the environmental, economic and social aspects of energy systems. On the environmental side, our focus is on bringing new, carbon-neutral technologies into the energy system, including hydrogen, renewables, and even cutting-edge technologies such as biomimetic catalysis and artificial photosynthesis. On the economic side, we have expertise in clarifying the linkages between development and carbon emissions, as well as identifying which energy policies will work in different regions because of cultural or demographic differences. Finally, one of our biggest focuses is our work on the social aspects of energy, including the quantification of social equity or how fair the energy system will become if different technologies are deployed. We hope that we can link with many people throughout the Asia-Pacific and the world to highlight the fairest and most efficient ways to achieve a carbon-neutral energy transition together.
Hi, this is Kuriko from TEMDEC, Telemedicine Development Center of Asia in Kyushu University Hospital. There are medical disparities in the world. International remote medical education using ICT is an effective way to fill such skills and knowledge gaps among doctors. However, many medical institutions are not ready to carry out such activities yet. TEMDEC has a 20-year history of international remote medical education. Our network has been expanded to over 1,000 institutions in 80 countries. I am conducting researches on engineering training programs and the development of education systems. I'd like to contribute the reduction of medical disparities in the world.
I'm Akihito Ozaki from the Faculty of Human Environmental Studies, Kyushu University. My specialty is building environmental engineering. This field aims to enrich the living environment of people. I'm particularly good at functional design, such as ecological architecture and energy-saving architecture. To briefly explain, I'm designing a comfortable and healthy living environment and developing advanced energy-saving buildings that use renewable energy. Generally, they are defined as green buildings or sustainable buildings. A carbon-free society is a universal goal. In Japan, carbon dioxide emission from buildings due to human energy consumption, such as heating and cooling, account for about 32% of the total amount. Aiming for a carbon-free society, I am recently working on the development of zero-energy buildings that achieve both a good environment and net zero energy consumption in buildings.
Hello everyone, I am Yasuhiro Mitani, professor at the Asian Disaster Risk Reduction Research Center of Kyushu University. This research center consists of 4 research fields: disaster prevention system research, nuclear disaster response research, extreme meteorological disaster response research, and regional international collaboration disaster prevention research. Due to the recent worldwide climate change, many disasters have become more severe and increasingly widespread. Asian Disaster Risk Reduction Research Center integrates these 4 research areas to pursue disaster prevention and mitigation research. In the future, we will make the best use of our research results to confront various issues of coming hazardous weather in the Asian and Kyushu regions.
Greetings from the International Student Center at Kyushu University. We have long contributed to promoting the university's international education through offering unique study programs designed specifically for those interested in studying in Japan and a short term to learn about Japanese culture and society. As a group of faculty members with rich experience in international education and research, we take great pride in working closely with a diverse body of students from all over the world, including various parts of Asia. Let me quickly introduce you to 2 of the study programs that may be of your interest. Japan in Today's World and Japanese Language and Culture courses. We call them JTW and JLCC respectively. These programs last for 1 year and offer you diverse courses about Japanese society, culture, and language for credit. These programs will also offer many field study trips and other extracurricular activities. So you may learn about Japan not only academically, but also throughout your first-hand cross-cultural experience outside the classroom. Government scholarships may be available on a competitive basis. Which program would be better for you? JTW is done all in English and JLCC in Japanese. So consider JTW if you are beginners of Japanese studies and JLCC and advanced learners. We very much look forward to seeing you joining our exciting campus in the near future throughout these programs.
以上、九州大学の紹介映像でございました。 先ほどインドネシアのヘリアフマディ大使と、夫人、がご来場、くださいました。The Ambassador of Republic of Indonesia, Mr. Heri Ahmadi, and his wife has just arrived at the venue. So, thank you for coming. Terima kasih banyak. Mohon maaf jadi tutup lagi. はい。では、パネルディスカッションまでは、あとしばらくなんですけども、次の、アジェンダに、移りたいと思います。Our next agenda today is the introduction of Q-AOS by Professor Yokota. Yokota Sensei, よろしくお願いします。
Thank you very much. Selamat siang, Pak Heri and wife. Thank you very much for coming. Welcome to the Asia Week, Kyushu University 2020, and welcome to the Indonesia event today. I'm very. Please show the slide, please. So again, welcome to today's session, Indonesia-KyushuU University Spirit of the Future. My name is Fumihiko Yokota. たまにインドネシア人に間違えられますけれども、日本人です。I'm from Kyushu University, Institute of Asian and Oceanian Studies. I was asked to introduce about today's event and the Q-AOS, our institute, and today's my experience in Indonesia. So next slide, please. So I'm going to spend next five minutes to introduce about today's event and Q-AOS. So this event is prepared by all Kyushu University faculties, students, alumni, and we asked not any companies to do anything. So all the preparation and all the organization coordination was done by us. So I would like to appreciate everybody. Thank you very much. Yeah. So we are going to have a wonderful day today. Not only the research, but we have a cultural event. We have Indonesian dance, we have Indonesian music, we have Indonesian singing, and we have everybody joining this wonderful opportunity between Japan and Indonesia. We are connected to Indonesia and Japan today. So we're gonna have, next slide please, sorry. So next I would like to briefly introduce Q-AOS, the Institute of Asian and Oceanian Studies, which we organized this event on behalf of the president of Ishibashi Sensei and all the senior directors, our Q-AOS. So we have three basic components in our institute, which are interdisciplinary activities, which means every different disciplines and the principals and the faculties come together to do the on-site, on-demand research in the field. We focus on the local needs and the community needs and demand for achieving the future SDGs. Next slide. So this is the organizational structure of our institute. So at the top, we have a director general, which we had an opening remark by President Ishibashi Sensei. And under Ishibashi Sensei, we have Harada Sensei, Shimizu Sensei, and we have almost 15 faculty members, including postdoc fellows, which are bridging our institute with all the different faculties at the Kyushu University. So we have under our institute, we have clusters called. The cluster is we have a different area of the focused studies. Next slide, please. So this cluster consists of different kind of modules, which include more detailed research field from the all Kyushu University faculties. So this is all QDI combined and incorporated institute. So I'm very, very appreciated and grateful for this. Next slide, please. So I would like to briefly why I had opportunity to share my experience in this event. I spent 4 years in Indonesia from 2011 to 2015. Before I joined in Kyushu University, I was a health consultant at the Clinton Health Access Initiative as a research manager to improve access to quality healthcare treatment and support. So these are the places where I visited during the 4 years in Indonesia. But my research area is particularly in Papua area, which is very, very underserved area. Next, please. So we had, Indonesia has the number 4 largest population in the world. And we have 17,000, more than 17,000 islands. And we have 1,340 different ethnic groups, very diverse, very culturally rich. Next slide, please. So these are some of the photos I took in Papua on the mountain side, and the low is coastal side. So this is the best dishes I ever had in Indonesia, terasi, sambar, tempe goreng, and ikan goreng, ikan bakar, nasi, banana. So these are the best food I ever had. And next slide, please. This is the best place I ever been to in the world. This is the most beautiful place, Raja Ampat. It's a very untouched and very, very beautiful. I was in a dream. Yeah, next slide. So this is actually I took, this is my son who want to climb the Borobudur World Heritage in Jogja. And he's very lucky that he met Indian JKT48. Yeah, JKT48. So my family really loved in Indonesia. We are very attached to the Indonesia. Next slide, please. So this is my colleague when I was in Indonesia. So they are very, very motivated. They are very motivated to work for the increasing the access to the quality of care to the rural area. So my experience shaped my way at the Kyushu University. I'm continuing this to increase the access of the quality of care in the rural area. But one of the challenges we faced was the next slide. My friend draw this photograph, cartoon, that everywhere actually there are some sundiri kerja, like working separately, and people on the community, people looking from the down. So I really appreciate this opportunity. Next slide, please. So this is really, really wonderful opportunity for us that we come together. And next slide. And particularly, I really appreciate the Pande Sensei, who can be a bridge to connecting us together, and all the alumni people, all the students, international students, all the faculties. That really, really important that we those people making a bridge. I don't know how much I really appreciate that. Next slide. So this event is the opportunity that we can be together and connecting each other. So next slide, please. So that we can go together on the same direction to achieve our common goals. And next slide, please. So I shared with my past experience, but this event is not be a dot. We hope that this event to be the not dot, but the connecting our experience, past experience, for the future. Next slide, please. Next. Yeah. Next slide, please. Sorry. So I really hope that we stay in touch, we keep in touch, and this event is just one dot, but we will make a long, sustainable relationship. Thank you very much.
And Indonesia as well, and his experience as well. So before we move to the heavy discussion, we are going to see a bit of more enjoyable or more fun, lighter side of Indonesia through two agendas. The first would be a movie about Indonesian tourism, and then we will show you a performance by students who will play Indonesian traditional musical instrument called angklung. So without further ado, 続きまして、先ほどのインドネシアのご紹介に続きまして、インドネシアの観光、文化、自然の美しさを、紹介する映像を、ご覧いただきたいと思います。よろしくお願いします。
Do you believe in wonders? In the warmth that touches your heart? In the wind that brings joy to your soul? It's a calling that starts you on a journey, awakens all of your senses. There are smiles and laughter, embracing and welcoming. Your heart leaps. To a land that takes you in its heritage, in the richness of its culture, in the liveliness of its people. Excitement, waves of never-ending challenges, taking you deeper. Further, higher. Over there, the path lies before you. The beauty draws you in. The colors bring life to imaginations. From the tallest peak, to the deepest depth. In this land, every step leads to a different discovery. And a simple sound may lead to unexpected encounters. Togetherness, warmed by a fragrant aroma.
To places with the colors that I wish I
An adventure,
know.
spurred by a shared taste for the unknown.
Make all of this last longer. Here in the hidden paradise, I'm sure I feel it coming. The soul outlaws in changes. I dream about this scene.
more you see. It's like finding myself and see what lies within. Passion, the senses, the wonders.
I've seen the world in highs and lows, but never like
Now,
this way before.
it's time to continue the story. Because I believe more wonders are waiting to be discovered.
I've died, I've
In
gone,
the
but
never-ending
now
journey
reborn.
of senses. Sense the wonders.
Okay, so let us welcome Indonesian Student Association's Angklung team. Indonesia 留学生協会のアンクルンチームに、ご視聴お願いします。So angklung is a traditional Indonesian instrument from Jawa Barat, from Nisi, Western Java province of Indonesia, the Sunda region. アンクルンというのは、西ジャワ州、九州のスンダ、地域、からの、伝統楽器でございます。はい、よろしくお願いします。
くれ灯る未来もしも僕らが離れてもそれぞれ歩いてゆくその先でまた出会えると信じてちぐはぐだったはずの歩幅一つのように今重なる空にいること何気ないこの瞬間を忘れはしないよ旅立ちの日手を振るとき笑顔でいられるように周りのようなまっすぐなその優しさをぬくもりを全部返したいけれど君のことだからもう十分だよってきっと言うかなそばにいたいよ君のためにできることが僕にあるからいつも君にずっと君に笑っていて欲しくて周りのようなまっすぐなその優しさをぬくもりを全部これからは僕も届けていきたい本当の幸せの意味を見つけたからございました。
Okay, so that was angklung performance by Indonesian Student Association. That's one taste of Indonesia, and after the panel discussion, we would have another different taste of Indonesia through the Saman dance performance. But for now, our technical team is preparing for the panel discussion. So we would like you to please give a moment. 以上、インドネシアの、アンクルンの演奏でした。パネルディスカッション、の後にはまた、別の、一味違うインドネシアの、文化を、紹介したいと、思いますけれども、今、パネルディスカッションの準備が終わりましたみたいので、 早速、パネルディスカッションに移りたいと思います。So we will welcome the moderator for our panel discussion, Professor Aizawa from Kyushu University Integrated Graduate School of Integrated Science for Global Society. Untuk Aizawa Sensei, waktu dan tempat kami persilakan.
Thank you very much for the introduction. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for coming to this event. As we listen to our student, we are so lucky to have this group of people, to share the arts and the excitement about Indonesia. I felt so much. It touched my heart. I have been missing Indonesia for more than 2 years. Since COVID, it just reminded me of my days when I had so much difficulty in my research. I just came home having tebotol and music. That was the only enjoyment at that time. So it reminded me of that so much. My name is Aizawa Nobuhiro. I'm the associate professor at the School of Social and Cultural Studies here at the Kyushu University. I'm just in one word, I'm a student of Indonesia. And I'm also a student of today's guest, Pak Heri Hakmadi. I remember the last time I visited Indonesia, I met him at that time, 2020, February, and he has been a great inspiration for us who is a student of Indonesia from Japan. ちょっと日本語で最初に。本日のパネルディスカッションのモデレーターを務めさせていただきます、比較社会文化研究員の相沢と申します。ただいま学生たちのパフォーマンスを聞いた通りですね、このような演奏が旧大で聴けて本当にすごく嬉しく思います。私もインドネシア2年間ぐらい行ってないんですけれども、私が博士課程の時の研究の時を思い出しました。いつも研究がうまくいかなくて家に帰ってあったのは音楽とテボトルという甘い紅茶の飲み物だけだったんですけれども、それを非常に思い出して、ちょっとまたインドネシアすぐ行かなきゃいけないなというふうに思いました。私自身はもう本当にインドネシアので鍛えられ育て上げられた人間ですので、今日素晴らしい方々をお招きできて本当に嬉しく思います。それでは OK, so I would like to first let's go on to the panel discussion, and of course first we want to welcome, and we are so fortunate to have our Excellency Ambassador Heri Akmadi with us at Kyushu University. Thank you so much, Paheri, for coming. To briefly introduce Paheri, he has been a seasoned politician from the ruling party, the largest ruling party in Indonesia, the Democratic Party of Struggle, and he has been elected as a member of parliament for 3 terms. And among all the important positions he has he has been in Commission 10, which was the Education Commission, for more than 10 years. He was also being a vice chairperson of the parliament, and from 2002 to 2004, especially, he was assigned to be the Indonesia-Japan Economic Cooperation Task Force, appointed directly by the Indonesian president. Before he arrived in Japan as the Indonesian ambassador to Japan, he served as the head of policy research and analysts, executive council of the PDIP, which is the party, a Democratic Party of Struggle. We always call Paheri is the CPU of the PDIP. So, thank you so much for coming, and I would like to have you, Paheri, on the stage, please. Thank you so much.
So, it feels very strange. It's like in the court.
Yes.
Just
Yes, please.
Thank you very much for having me. here, and then of course, as mentioned before, Aisawa-san is my long friend, and we are actually also in the one team before when the Indonesia and Japan celebrating 60-year diplomatic relation, and then we are in the team for Indonesia-Japan 2045 symposium, which is try to formulate how Indonesia relation to formulate the roadmap for Indonesia and Japan relations toward 2045, meaning 100 years after the Indonesian independence and after ending the war for the Japans. That's, I think, quite a remarkable relation with him. Thank you very much for the kind introduction. And I will I would like to thank you for Yogota Sensei, who already giving us with such kind of how this of Indonesia, real Indonesia, so that you all here maybe have interested to go Indonesia in the futures. As I meant before I coming to this forum, I have an opportunity to meet with the president of the Kyushu University, and actually during the discussion, he asked me how he expect or hoping that in the future will be more Kyushu University students would like to going to Indonesia or study in Indonesia, because before that we discussing about our Indonesian new policy for the higher education, which is we implemented what so-called as the open campuses and independent studies, meaning that all of the campuses which open to work together with other institutions, including foreign university. That's, I think, the very good opportunity too. And then beside that too, that for the independent study, every Indonesian student now allow, for the undergraduate student allow to take courses in other universities for 2 semesters, maximally for 2 semesters, which including foreign university. So that's, I think, also the other opportunity for the Kyushu University to have a different kind of student with only for 2 semesters and other thing. And then it is mentioned that this time Indonesian student in Kyushu University, the number is around 160 something, which is, I think, for this kind of the good university, I think the number is too low. I expect more actually, because from Indonesia side, in the government giving the priority to giving scholarship to the student who is going to the primary university. What I learned that only 11 Japanese university who including in the Q-AOS 300 list. So among the 11 universities in Japan is Kyushu University. So actually I really expect that we have more Indonesian students in this university. Aisawa-san. So I don't know. But okay, it's up to you. Yes, also okay. So that's what I expect that really we expect to do that because compared to the biggest the university who have a biggest number of the Indonesian student It's not Kyoto University, it's not Tokyo University, but APU, Asia Pacific University. On the first, the number of students in the Indonesian student in APU is around 400, more than twice of the Indonesian student in Kyushu University. So, yeah.
May just add, it's the APU in Oita.
In Oita, Asia Pacific University. Yes, as what I discussed with the president of university before I came here, is that we will work together in the future to make easier for Kyushu University to take courses in Indonesia or to do research in Indonesia, but also to expect the more sending more Indonesian university to Kyushu University. That's, I think, the first collaborative we expect to do with the University of Kyushu in the future. That's one, I think. The second one is that, yes, I've been here before on October, I think, and I visited visited the hydrogen laboratorium and seeing what some of the meeting with the professors who doing research on the energy and other things. So it is why then on my topic this afternoon, I will focus on only one thing. It doesn't mean that other thing is not important, but cooperation on energy at this time, I think, is very important with the Kyushu University, especially who have many experts and research on the energy area. As the base, I think for your information is that on the last February, Indonesia and Japan signing MOC, Memorandum of Cooperation on the Energy Transition. So starting with that, and then we are now trying to formulate some of the action plan, the concrete action plan to realize our cooperation. And then in the near future, this month, Indonesia President Jokowi and Prime Minister Kishida will meet bilaterally during the G20 summit in Bali. And then among other, which will be discussed is about the initiative. Indonesia, Japan will take initiative in establishing Asia Zero Emission Community to help our other ASEAN countries in transition to do energy transition. So I think that also will be very important effort in the future for the energy thing. As we know that this year Indonesia is the chairman or presidents of the G20, but next year Indonesia also will be the chairman of the ASEAN. And Japan, while Japan next year will be the chairman of the G7. So we expect that in the next year, we plan on the March, we will announce the initiative on the energy transition in Asia during the meeting with Indonesia, Japan, and other countries. So that's why I think the cooperation of Indonesia and Japan on the area of on the field of the energy will be very important for us. So that's the thing. The second thing I would like to inform you is the differences between the situation of the decarbonizing in the developed countries like Japan and in Indonesia. As for least next, in industrialized countries like Japan, the emitter of the carbon, most of them come from the industry or energy sectors, like no, not this one, the new one, the volume. But in the country, yeah, around 60% or more, even more, up to 70% of the carbon in the developed countries like Japan, America, or Europe come from the industry and energy transportation sectors like this. But in Indonesia, the the producer of the carbon, as you see, that's most likely come from the forestry and other land use. You can show this here. So, forestry and other land use contribute around 55% contribution to the national emission reduction, while in other countries, in developed countries, the forest and other land use only contribute less than usually 20 or 30%. Energy sectors only contribute around 39%. It's a kind of the position is different with the developed country. In developed country, the energy sector contribute around 60 to 70% of to emission. So that's the different things. So in Indonesia, the energy beside energy transition, meaning producing electricity and other sources of energy, is contributing only around less than 40%. So that beside that one, we also focusing on forestry, meaning that we try right now to develop, to maintain, and then also to reforesting a lot of the area which now in the very bad situation, to maintain, to become to be able to absorb the carbon. That's next second. So I think that's one for the energy transition. Next, Mas. For the energy transition, what we no, that's not the, yes, for this one, we need to have the other policy for the most our national determined target. We focusing on this time is for the near future, we focusing on the forestry and other land use. But in the future, by cooperation with the other countries, we also start to have transition for our energy sources like this one. If Japan committed to become the carbon neutral on 2050, Indonesia committed to reach that target on 2060 with that kind of the scenario. We started by introducing biomass and other resources by applying co-firing technology, and then also using the new and renewable energy. But then later, we also try to use the new energy like hydrogen and other things up to the 2060. That's the target of the emission reduction. We already committed during COP last year, and then we expect that we can work together, because all of this target will need cooperation in research and developing and also implementing the new technology on energy transition. So I think next, I just saw the scheme. Next, this our scheme. Yes, we have this is still in Bahasa Indonesia, I think. So I think this only my introduction. Later document can be we can supply this one. But I also would like to explain what I've been doing with our university, our institution, the area of Kyushu. Actually, we also already works together with Q-Denko, the company in Kyushu, who developing many approach on the energy transition, and Q-Denko already have a kind of the demo plot of the solar energy in East Nusa Tenggara, and also have some research which I hope later also can involving the student and also the professor of the Q-University in several areas in Indonesia, including in Nunukan, North Kalimantan, which is the research is studying the feasibility of developing the combination of the solar cell and biomass technology to be on that one. And then Q-Denko also have another research in 5 area, which is focusing on how to develop the off-grid power PP power plant, which is based on the new and renewable energy like solar and other thing. And Q-Denko also at this time also experimenting in using the lead acid battery for the off-grid solar cell power plant. And then later, because as you under situation in usually why you then for thinking that they have to combine with the solar and other resources, because usually solar with need more battery, and then the battery is still very expensive. So that by combining between solar and other like biomass, that will make in the day they use battery, they use solar, but in the night they can use biomass or other resources. That kind of combination can be applied in the small island with the off-grid system. That's one which I think we expect in the future we can work together too with Kyushu University. We would like, yes, I already discussed with the Ministry of Energy to have the possibility to ask special scholarship, for example, for Indonesian students who would like to study hydrogen or fuel cell or other related technology to the this kind of the transition energy transition. So this one, I think, my opening. If there are any question later can be discussed. Thank you very much. Arigato gozaimasu.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Pak Heri. That was a very important topic that you have raised. Just to give you some context, the world, not just the economy, but our lifestyle is changing. The use of the consumption of energy is also changing. You know, we consider all the edge computing system, off-the-grid energy consumption. All these has going to change the social life. And everybody know that technology is there. But the key for that to happen is exactly what Ambassador was saying about, whether we have enough energy, sustainable supplies. I think countries like Japan, Indonesia, which both are an archipelago state, really requires a very innovative energy policy. And I think there's so much context that we have to work together. And thank you so much, Pak Heri, for addressing this issue. Thank you so much. Okay, we would have some Q&A after the other panels, so hope you could stay with us. I would like to move on to our three guests to have to share their insights from their experience about our relationship between Indonesia and Kyushu University. We are so lucky to have three distinguished guests. The first is Dr. Rahmawati Hidayah. We all know her as Yaya-san. She's one of the big celebrity of our community. She will share her, her experience and all her insights going forward from her title, Remembering the Past Between Indonesia and the Kyushu University. Our second speaker is Professor Fujiwara Takahiro. We are also lucky to have him in Kyushu University. He is our distinguished professor in forestry. He will share his experience and insights from his experience during his time in Indonesia to bring the past to future. Our third speaker is Ms. Tiara Amanda Lamsha. She's her current student, and she is the flag bearer of our future between Indonesia and Kyushu University, and will share us her story about shaping the future. So I would like to welcome the three speakers to the podium. Please come forward. Okay, I will first like to introduce, please, Dr. Rahmawati Hidayah, Yaya-san. She's the president and CEO of PT KISS Japan, Indonesia. She had half of her elementary and junior high school in Fukuoka. She then returned to Indonesia and continued her education in Makassar. She got the bachelor degree in architecture from Hasanuddin University, which is located in Makassar. In 2004. She became a research student at the Faculty of Design, Kyushu University in 2006, and took the master and doctorate program at the School of Design, Kyushu University from 2007 to 2012 as an awardee of Mombu Kagakusho Scholarship. So your career is just the opposite of me, coming from Japan to Indonesia. She came from Indonesia to Japan. So without further ado, Yaya-san, I would like to have you your song, sorry. Yes, please.
Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Nama saya Rahmawati Hidayah atau biasa dipanggil Yaya. Mohon izin saya menggunakan bahasa Jepang ya. Jadi nanti slide-nya dalam bahasa Inggris. Minasan, aretamemaste konnichiwa. はい。ご存知の方もいられると思いますが、初めての方は、はじめまして、私はラハマワティヒダヤです。皆さんからはヤヤというふうによく呼ばれています。福岡には5年ぶりに帰ってきました。はい。はい。はい。スライドの方を見て、いただければわかると思います。今日はですね、くださいね。今日は、過去への強くということで、過去の話が多分いっぱい出てくると思います。はい。簡単に自己紹介をさせていただきますので、次のスライドを見ますね。はい。私の方はですね、南スラウェシ州マカッサル生まれです。博多育ちです。けど生まれはマカッサルです。はい。それからインドネシアのマカッサルのハサヌディン大学の工学部建築学科を卒業されて、その後日本の留学っていう形になっています。芸術文化旅行などそういう趣味を持っています。そして、日本留学の経験では先ほど樫浜小学校ですね。樫浜小学校を卒業して、その後上皇中学校1年生までいました。そして九州大学には修士課程として、2006年から修士課程の昔はですね、日本語を勉強しながら、研修生という形で1年入って、その後2007年から修士課程、そしてから、博士課程は2009年から2012年となっております。留学ですね、2006年から2012年の、文部科学省で、奨学金をいただいて、勉学にしております。はい。それからですね、受賞というのはあれなんですけど、奨学金を得られる以外にも、2003年にですね、JAL スコラシップっていうのもいただいておりまして、日本の様々なところで交流をしたり行っておる経験があります。なんか、あれ難しいですね、ここから。ちょっとあそこで立ってもいいですかね、すいません。なかなか見にくいので。はい、はい、ご覧の通りですね、小さい時にですね、日本語がしか喋れなかったんです、私は。なので、インドネシアに帰ってきた時の中学生の時の思い出はですね、インドネシア語を勉強してたんです。正直面白い話なんですけど、私はインドネシア語を勉強して、インドネシアの学校に入って、で、日本語を忘れないために、日本語学校、ジャパニス、スクールに、日本語学校を教えて、その後、大学卒業した後に、マルキインターナショナルマカッサルというところで勤めています。それから日本の大学を出た後には、TOTO株式会社。これは北九州本社の方にあります。その後、九州メディカル、株式会社。これも北九州の方に、小倉の方にあります。そして、2017年ですかね、学研エデュケーショナルの五反田に勤めていました。そこには3年ぐらいいまして、で、コロナ前には帰国しました。2019年ですね。で、その時は、今いる PT キスジャパンインドネシア見えますか？こちらは私が今年設立したばかりの会社で、コンサル会社を作りました。はい。先ほどの経験ですね、ジャパンアイラインスコラーシッププログラムっていうのを得られた経験があります。2003年ですね。で、これはどういう、経験かというと、日本語で作文を書いて、それからインドネシアから選ばれたものが3名、それを11カ国、トータル33名で日本の JAL で、いろんなところに行って交流したり、ディスカッションパネルに参加したり、様々な学生さんと参加する、そういう、私にとって大きな経験を得られた経験があります。そこで、そうですね、福岡、滞在した年はですね、福岡以外にも金沢や京都、東京に、滞在した経験があります。 はい。それから2006年はですね、先ほどの文部科学省で、奨学金を得られて、九州大学の、芸術工学部に入学することができました。皆さん、大橋キャンパスをご存知ですか？私のキャンパスは大橋なんですね。箱崎でも糸キャンパスでもなく、大橋キャンパスです。だから、ちょっと皆さん、初めての方もいると思いますので、このようなキャンパスの、写真を撮っています。それからですね、日本にせっかく来たので、勉学だけじゃなくて、いろんなですね、やっぱり、課外活動をやってるんですね、私の場合は。だから、まず最初の1年目か2年目には、インドネシアストゥデントアソシエーション福岡、PPIF っていうの、副会長になった経験があります。その後に、もっと大きな、九州大学のKyushu University Foreign Student Association、クフサにも、はい、秘書として、得られた経験もあります。で、最後に、出てきているのが、福岡 Overseas Student Association、フォサ。こちらですね、会長になって、ここが私が大きな運命が、ね、いろんなことの運命が現れたのがここなんです。このフォサに入ってきたおかげでいろんな人と出会えることができて、いろんな会社や、団体や、いろんな方々に会う経験を得られました。はい。これがちょっと簡単に、PPI の時の写真ですね。先ほど皆さんここでアンクルしましたね。今の時代の皆さん頑張っておられますけど、私も昔アンクルをしました。はい。それから皆さんと花見をしたり、で、よくサポートしていただいたのが、先ほどのインドネシア大使館やKBRI東京kita sering melakukan kegiatan event、いろんなイベントをやりました。あと、コンスルKehormatan Republik Indonesia、これは九連校の中にある、そうですね、インドネシア、なんていうの、コンスラットKehormatanインドネシアの、そういうことをやっていますね。それから、teman hati福岡、あと、ラグラグ会、ハンドベルゆりの会とか、いろんな方々と一緒に、よくイベントを行いました。そして、次によく活動していたのが、クフサ。これもいろいろな、例えば、博多どんたく。マヘさんは多分出ましたね。一緒に出ましたね。はい。いろんな、イベントをやりました。で、よくサポートしていただいたのが、その九州大学だったり、フォサだったり、そういう方々がサポートしていただいています。はい。最後は、ここですね。福岡 Overseas Student Association、フォサですね。こちらはですね、もっと大きく、インドネシアだけじゃないですよ。いろんな国の、6000人ぐらいの、外国人の方、留学生の方いろいろ、そうですね、イベント一緒にやったりしてるんです。だから私、会長やってるんですけど、6000人いるんですよ。外国人、福岡に、その時ですね。それの、統括をしていました。それおかげさまでですね、福岡、インターナショナルスチューデントサポートセンターとかフィスクですね。あと福岡県、福岡シティ、あと西日本財団、などなどのたくさんの方から、サポートいただいております。本当にこの時はありがとうございます。はい。それからそうですね、私の文化交流体験といたしましては、インドネシア語だけじゃなくて、日本語クラスだったり、文化教室だったり、あとは、インドネシア語スピーチ大会、インドネシア語じゃない、日本語スピーチ大会にも出たことがあります。はい。そして、あとはこのような感じでですね、農家の体験だったり、あとクリーニングキャンペーンだったり、あとは、保育園だったり、あと何でしたっけ、様々な、作業、様々な体験をして、皆さんとコミュニケーションとかやっていました。はい。そうですね。だから様々な年齢層のコミュニティ内の社会的な総合作業を行っています。はい。それからですね、グローバルネットワーキング、ここからちょっと真面目な話になりますけど、いろんなディスカッションインターナショナルエベントに、はい、参加して、これで、たくさんの方々と、交流することができました。はい。 こういうね、インターナショナルフォーラムとかですね、先ほども紹介もありました。いろんな方々に出会える機会を得ました。そして卒業して、卒業した後には、先ほど言った会社に、日本企業に就職した経験を得られます。で、今立ち上げたのがこの、KISS、ジャパンインドネシアというコンサルタント会社なんですけど、そうですね、こちらでは、ビジネスだけじゃなくて、教育や言語、あと、観光ツアーとかですね、それのコラボプロジェクトもやっていますので、もし今後インドネシアや日本の関係で、仕事が一緒にできるであれば、どうぞ、私の方に声をかけてください。はい。これですね。インドネシアで結婚式はもうたくさんの日本の方々が来てくださいました。この時もありがとうございます。はい。簡単に私の説明はですね、ウェブサイトにも載ってありますので、見ていただければわかると思います。はい。じゃあ時間の方もあれなんで、最後のまとめとしてですが、日本での勉強と生活の経験は、目を見張るような経験でした。私はそれを一生に大切にします。このグローバルな経験は多くの点で、今日の私を形作っています。こうした文化や知識の交流は、今後もインドネシアと日本の関係とパートナーシップを強化していくものと信じています。今日お話ししたことが海外留学を夢見て国際社会の一員になることを夢見ている皆さんに何らかの形で刺激を与えるものとなることを心から願っています。サポート支援、そして私たちの断続的な友情のほとんどに感謝したい人がたくさんいます。サポート、支援、そして私たちはそうですね、このような素晴らしいイベントを企画してくださった九州大学と、在東京インドネシア共和国大使館に感謝いたします。ありがとうございます。そして九州英数学館やトマンハティ福岡、柳川ハンドベルゆりの会、福岡帰国留学生交流会、その他個人的には申し上げられませんですが、今までのご支援、ご協力なくしてはここまで来られませんでした。その皆様には熱くお礼を申し上げます。短い時間ですが、私のスピーチはこれで終わります。ありがとうございました。来てくださった皆さんにもありがとうございます。
ありがとうございます。八重さん、ありがとうございます。ぜひ皆さん、KISS、ジャパン、インドネシア、覚えておいて、皆さん検索して、困ったことがあったら、八重さんに、お尋ねください。はい。また、質疑応答の時間がありますので、また、質問の際は、八重さんに後でお伺いしたいと思います。次のスピーカー。Okay, next speaker, we will have Professor Fujiwara. He's an associate professor in the Laboratory of Forest Policy, Faculty of Agriculture. He studied at the Faculty of Forestry at Gajah Mada University, so same as President Jokowi, I think. As an exchange student between 2008 and 2009. 藤原先生はジョコ大統領の後輩にあたりますね。He's the first exchange student from Kyushu University to Gajah Mada University. He completed his PhD program in 2012 under the guidance of professors from Kyushu University and Gajah Mada University. He has been studying social forestry and political forest in collaboration with Indonesian researchers. In addition, he has been teaching Indonesian students in master and PhD program at Kyushu University. So without further ado, Fujiwara Sensei, please.
Aizawa Sensei, thank you very much for your introduction. Hello everyone, selamat siang. So today, I am very glad to have this opportunity to share my story of Indonesia. So next, please. So I have been interested in the tropical rainforest since I was a child. So I was strongly attracted by giant trees in the book that introduced about the tropical rainforest. Next, please. So my first visit to Indonesia was 2003 when I was a first-year student of university. I visited the conservation area of orangutan in North Sumatra, and it was the first time seeing the orangutan in the forest. Next. During the trip, I interacted with many people of Indonesia, and I purchased my first batik at the time. Next, please. Then I visited to Indonesia in 2007. Next, please. At the time, I visited CIFO, the famous International Research Institute for Tropical Rainforest. Next, please. Also, I visited IPB University in Bogor, and I had the opportunity to join the laboratory seminar and discuss with the professors and the students of Indonesia. Next, please. I also went to the faculty of forestry, Gajah Mada University in Yogyakarta for the first time. Next, please. After I enrolled in my PhD program, I started my study in Gajah Mada University as an exchange student in 2008. Next, please. So I lived in the student dormitory of university with international students from various countries. The security of the dormitory were very friendly, and they often offer the evening class of Bahasa Indonesia. That's why we communicate in Bahasa Indonesia, not English. Next, please. I also started my full-scale field research in Indonesia, and I often went to the village and interviewed with people to know how they manage and use the forest. Next, please. During my field research, I often stay in nature's home, and they speak Japanese, not Indonesian. Next, please. So I received much support from professors of Indonesia and Japan for my PhD studies. So we had the research workshop in both countries, Indonesia and Japan. Next, please. Thanks to their support, finally, I completed my PhD program in 2012. At the graduation party, I wore the Japanese clothes, traditional clothes. Next, please. While I studied in Indonesia, staff of Gajah Mada University came to Kyushu University for her master program. She also received guidance from the Japanese and Indonesian professors. Next, please. Currently, I'm working as an associate professor in Kyushu University and engaged in both research and educational activities. Same batik. Sometimes, I wear my first batik at the international conference. Next, please. Also, as teacher, I'm teaching the Japanese and international students from Indonesia, Vietnam, Laos, and Myanmar. Next, please. I often go to Indonesia with my students to guide their field research. Next, please. I also revisit my PhD study site with my students. So we are very glad to see each other again. Next, please. So we also visit the giant tree that I saw in the books, Dreams Come True. Next, please. So I want to provide the opportunity for both the Japanese and Indonesian students to learn each other. Next, please. So on the other hand, the graduate of Kyushu University also support the Japanese student, Kyushu University student, during his study in Indonesia. Next, please. I also accept the exchange student from Indonesia and support their activities in Japan. Next, please. So besides, I participate in the activities of Kyushu Alumni Association in Indonesia. So today, some members joined this event in person, Yoshitake-san, and online from Indonesia. So I want to help the activities, promoting the activities of Kyushu University Alumni Association in Indonesia. Next, please. Lastly, I want to talk something for the future. So last September, I visited Gajah Mada University, and it was the first time in 3 years since COVID-19 started. So I want to conduct research again with my Indonesian friend, and now we are planning the healing forest project for post-COVID-19. Next, please. I also share my knowledge and experience that I obtained in Indonesia for next generation. I want to give the lecture for Indonesian students in Bahasa, Indonesia, and it is one of my next challenges. Next, please. So as for the nearest future, I want to organize the international joint seminar with the UGM friend as a part of the Asia Week event. So if you have a time, please join us. We welcome your participation. Next, please. So this is my message. So I have grown with Indonesia. Next, please. And also I will be growing with Indonesia. So finally, I want to take this opportunity to thank all my friends in Indonesia. Terima kasih banyak.
Thank you so much, Fujiwara Sensei. I love your batik story. I have a very opposite experience. I also use my batik too much in Japan as well. My wife always scolds me that you can do that only in Indonesia. Thank you so much, Professor Fujiwara. Our next speaker is our symbol of the future. So I want to welcome Tiara, who is currently the chairperson. Who is the chairperson of Persatuan Pelajar Indonesia Fukuoka, which is Indonesian Student Association in Fukuoka. She's from Jakarta, Indonesia. After graduate from High Scope Indonesia High School in 2019, she entered Kyushu University as a student in the Department of Civil Engineering. So it's great to have you with us. So please, yes.
Hello everyone, good afternoon. Thank you very much for having me here. My name is Tiara Amanda Alamsyah, and as explained earlier, thank you very much. I am currently the chairperson of the Indonesian Student Association here at Fukuoka, and I am currently a 4th year undergraduate student studying civil engineering here at Kyushu University. So it's very nice to meet all of you. Thank you for coming. Okay, so first of all, I actually didn't prepare such PowerPoint. I just want to show interesting activities that we've been doing as the association. But I want to share my story a bit before coming to Japan. So actually before I arrived in Japan, I didn't expect the Indonesian community, in the Indonesian student community here, to be so tight-knit, family-oriented, and as organized as it is here. So I was very surprised and very grateful to find that when I arrived here as a foreign student, I was able to find people who are experiencing same experiences as I was, studying alone in a foreign country with a foreign language. So I was very glad to have that support system. I was very glad for my upperclassmen and my fellow Indonesian students who were able to help guide me to adapt better to life in Fukuoka and to make my experience even more enjoyable here. So thank you very much for that as well. But one thing that I did learn in the next 3 years, being an active member of the Indonesian Student Association, as well as a student here at Kyushu University, is how that great support system is not the only thing that I could gain from this experience, but also the opportunity of being able to exchange cultures with people of Japan here. So being an active member of the Indonesian Student Association has opened up a lot of opportunities and chances and ventures for me and my friends, my fellow Indonesian students, to be able to learn more about Japanese culture, to be able to experience it, to be able to know how to act in certain situations and how to speak the language better and to communicate with them better. But it also gives us the opportunity to promote the Indonesian culture and share them with people here in Japan. So I think that is one of the most valuable experiences that we could get here as students, as Indonesian students studying in Fukuoka. So here are some of the cultural events that we participated in the past 3 years. These are only some of them. I cannot go over all of them because that will take some time. But yeah, the current Indonesian Student Association has an active group of Saman dance teams and angklung ensemble performances. Sorry, next please. Yeah, we used to also experience Dontaku parade, but due to COVID restrictions, it has not been going on for a while. Next please. And every year, or biannually, we conduct an Indonesian Culture Day, in which we collaborate with even Japanese organizations, such as a non-profit organization called Teman Hati Fukuoka, Kokoro no Tomo. And yeah, what I also find very interesting is that how we've built this relationship and collaboration with them for the past 20 years. So actually, our anniversary for 20 years of collaborating with them will be held next month. But yeah, this is from the Indonesian Culture Day last year. Next, please. With this theme, and it's sort of like a theatrical performance in which we performed a fashion show, Saman dance. Next, please. Also, culinary trivia in which we share Indonesian cuisines with the Japanese watchers who came to the event. Next, please. As well as fashion show, in which we also promote Indonesian cultural or traditional costumes in the form of a fashion show. Next, please. And of course, Saman and Angklung performance, which you have watched and will be watching after. I'm actually wearing one of the costumes, so please look forward to it as well. So yeah, I think this has been a really great opportunity. The past 3 years of being in this association has helped me and my friends be able to accumulate more knowledge and more experiences with different kinds of people, of different cultural backgrounds. And I think that is a very enjoyable and an experience that cannot be replaced. I would also like to say that since my time as chairperson will be coming to an end soon, I would like to state my hopes and wishes somewhat to my fellow Indonesian students, friends here. So first of all, I wish that in the next years to come, even in the far future, the Indonesian students studying here in Fukuoka could be able to be as spirited and as passionate in engaging in these kinds of cultural performances and cultural exchange, and to be able to create and enrich a more culturally rich environment for us to study in this country. And I would like to also hope that the activities that we've been holding could be preserved longer, so that there could always be people who are promoting Indonesian culture in Japan or in Kyushu University, like we're doing right now. Yeah. And I also wish that the relationship and the connection that we have built amongst Indonesian students alike, amongst organizations, and amongst Indonesian and Japanese people that we have worked with to create all these cultural exchange activities and to make them possible for them to be preserved in the far and near future. So I hope my speech was helpful and interesting to everyone listening here. But yeah, that is all from me. I'm still waiting for more experiences to come, to experience more cultural exchanges and to meet more new people and to enjoy my time here in Japan. I hope you guys enjoyed this show. And please look forward to the Saman performance we'll be holding next. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Tiara-san. Yeah, that is beautiful. You know, all these culture exchanges makes your experience very personal. So, you know, that's the best way to do it. I remember my first day in Indonesia, I went to see a theater called Opera Kochoa. That's the ゴキブリオペラっていうオペラを最初の日に見に行ったのを覚えてます。もう文化交流がやっぱり個人的な経験につながりますので、本当に大切な活動だと思います。Can I, Baheri, can I welcome you on the board? We would like to have a brief time for question and answer. Since we have Baheri today, I think we all shared our personal story that crossed paths through Kyushu University. And all of this happened because Baheri came here and you were the catalyst for us, making us connect right here. So please come again many times so that we can connect each other. But in the meantime, I would like to open the floor for any questions to any of our guests. So please take this opportunity. Anyone would like to start? Yes, please.
My name is Kumar and I'm from Q-AOS. I have a question to Fujiwara Sensei. You went to Indonesia in 2007 and it's almost 2023. How the Indonesian jungles or forest has been changed in this almost 16 years based on your experience? Thank you.
Yeah, so I think so that I see the many changes between the 2003 and 2020. For example, so the public bus and the public train, so the in the past, so the how to say, yeah, we get on the train, but now so train also very nice. So also the another changes so the now so. When I was a student, so it was very difficult to personally. I have to learn so that which bus go to there. But now, so that it is very easy so that we can use the how to say Gojek or online public online taxi. So it is very easy. So I saw the many changes between the 2003 and 2020. Many changes. Yeah, I feel so Indonesia always grow.
Maybe I will add something information from Tiara that tonight actually we will have the Indonesian-Japan Friendship Day.
Yes.
It's like last year we hold it on October, but this year we hold it tonight. And then, yes, we also performing some of the Indonesian art, including we will have show from Japanese singer who make careers in Indonesia, Hiroaki Kato. Tonight we'll sing also in our Indonesian night. But tomorrow he will also have release his singles in the Fukuoka Library because we also have event tomorrow for the showing and talks of the Indonesian film named Laskar Pelangi. Apa itu bahasa Indonesia? Yes, that's already translated in Japan, in Nihongo, and I also invite you, if you would like to know more on Indonesia, please come to the film showing and talk, and also have a Japanese singer singing Indonesian song. That's for tomorrow. Thank you very much, and I'm glad to meet with Fujiwara, because today we have another orangutan. I call it orangutan. We have Kato-san. Kato is also PhD from the Gajah Mada University. Kato is the one of the executive for Sumitomo Forestry. And then now he is one of the resource person in our biomass seminars in Otani Hotel. Welcome to the Indonesian jungle. Thank you very much, Fujiwara.
Thank you very much, Faheri. Kato is my senior in my grad school. I know him very well. And also the Laskar Pelangi, in the director Riri Reza, he is a very frequent visitor to Fukuoka. Fukuoka has a film festival, and it has been supporting his very early career. So whenever he has an invitation from Fukuoka Film Committee, he will always come, more than Tokyo or Busan, which is internationally well known in Tokyo and Busan, but here, because it has been supported his career from the very early stage.
Yes, actually I invite him, but unfortunately this time he already scheduled to visit at that program. So he promised me next year we come here, and beside that actually who also would like to come to Fukuoka is Christine Hakim, which is very famous with Cut Nak Din. The very good film, which already subtitled by the Fukuoka Library. So I just realized Fukuoka Library have a collection of the very good collection of Indonesian film, which already subtitled. So have subtitle for this one.
So with that recommendation, we should have a lot of film nights here in Kyushu University as well. Okay, thank you very much. Any other who wants to take this opportunity to ask questions? 皆さんぜひご質問。
こんにちは。今日はありがとうございます。久留米から来ました。ハラパンの会という、インドネシアとの文化交流を楽しむ会の、しています。ね、しげと申します。よろしくお願いします。すみません。日本語でどなたか後で訳してください。この間テレビを見ていたら、タピオカの原料であるキャッサバを使って、ゴミ袋、溶けるゴミ袋をインドネシアの人が開発したっていうことで、すごく素晴らしいなと思ってるんですけど、ティアラさんにお聞きした方がいいのか、ヤヤさんか、もうすでに若い人たちはそういう、カーボンニュートラルの方ですね。環境を考えた取り組みっていうのは、若い人に浸透しているのかな、ということと、もう一つ、日本に来て、その環境問題について、日本人のやってることを感じたこととか何かあればお聞きしたいんですけど、よろしくお願いします。
すいません。今、ゴミ問題ですよね。今、確かにインドネシアでもそれが今、すごく、問題になっていてですね。はい。で、確かに今、いろんな地域で頑張って取り組みをやっているんです。先ほど言ったようにタピオカの話も、今、ジャワの方ですかね、多分。そこも今、すごく、取り組みに頑張って、で、バリ島も最近ですかね、最近じゃない、もうだいぶ前からやっているんです。バリ島ではもう今、機械というか、なんかそういう、日本との一緒で、取り組みをやっているそうなので、多分おそらく今テレビでもよく、出てくると思います。で、若者にとってはですね、最近はですね、インドネシアも日本と同じように、ゴミの分別もやるようになりました。 昔はですね、確かにポイ捨ては多かったんですけど、最近はですね、例えば燃えるゴミとか、ガラスとかそういうね、3つに分けて、取り組みをやっています。特にジャワ島が今、盛んですので、多分インドネシアに行かれた方も、最近はですね、それも見れるようになりました。ゴミ箱がどこにもあるっていう感じで、ポイ捨てはやめましょうということで、運動しています。はい。
Is it okay if I answer in English? Yeah, I also believe that younger generations these days, they tend to be more environmentally aware, especially with the products that they choose. So, for example, the cassava plastic bag, since it is more environmentally friendly than the usual plastic bags we use, and they dissolve. If I'm not mistaken, they dissolve in water. Yeah, yeah. So it feels like younger generations, the ones that are environmentally aware, at least they tend to use those products better. Yeah. So.
若い世代は非常にそういう環境問題に敏感で、もし袋でもそうやってその環境に優しい方があれば、そういうものをどんどん選ぶ傾向があるというふうに感じています。
So if there's any company or organization would like contacted with the producer of this recyclable plastic, embassy will be very happy to make some contact to help in contact with them, because I think that's a very important one. And then other thing that I would like to inform is also that 2 months ago, during the ministerial meeting in Bali, G20, there is a bilateral meeting between Japanese environmental minister and Indonesian environmental. They're signing cooperation, MOC, especially on the plastic waste in the sea, especially. Because yes, the plastic waste is really disturbing our sea environmental. So we are working on that thing, and then we already have some. Now we are starting to formulating our concrete action on how we cope with this kind of the problems there. That's my end.
もし日本の企業でインドネシアのそうした袋を使いたい会社がありましたら、ぜひ大使館にご連絡をというのが一つのメッセージ。もう一つはこの間G20 の文脈の一つで、環境大臣同士のインドネシアと日本の環境大臣がバリで会談をしまして、海洋プラスチック問題に関する行動合意をいたしました。両国とも海洋のプラスチックの問題を非常に高く問題視しているので、そういう問題でも両政府が一生懸命指導力を発揮しているというところです。どうもご質問ありがとうございました。
Thank you. Ida?
Of course, you have.
Yes, thank you once again. Thank you very much for this opportunity for me to, as the representative of the government and people of Indonesia, to have here with you all. And then I would like to inform you too that today also will be a meeting between JAPINDA, Japan-Indonesia Association, with 5 local Japan-Indonesian Friendship Association, including Kyushu Indonesia Association, Kumamoto Indonesia Association, and then also Bepu, and several things. So I hope this cooperation between people to people of Indonesia will strengthening our cooperation at all levels. I believe that the genuine relation between the two nations is expressed in the communication or relation between the people. This, again, thank you very much for this opportunity and cooperation. Arigatou gozaimasu.
Thank you very much. So this will conclude the panel discussion. And once again, I really would like to appreciate Baheri for, you have some urgent matter, for coming here. And I also want to express my, my biggest gratitude to two persons here in this hall, Yokota Sensei and Pandey Sensei. They have been the force behind this event, making this happen, to bring us together to exchange Indonesia and Japan. So please give a big applause to everyone. And also, thank you so much for the Q-AOS. I see Shimizu Sensei here for taking the lead, and Harada Sensei for taking lead, and everybody from the Q-AOS working so tirelessly for making this happen. I really appreciate it. I really hope this will continue, and we will have more events, more communication together from our years on. So this will conclude the panel discussion, and we would like to enjoy our Saman dance on our next program. Thank you very much, everyone.
Okay, thank you very much, Aizawa 先生。相沢先生、ありがとうございました。今、しばらく、準備をしていますので、もう少々、お待ちください。The technical team is preparing the stage for the next event, which is Saman Dance. It will be another taste of Indonesia, which will be slightly different with the Angklung performance before. And Saman Dance is a dance that comes from the Aceh region in the Sumatra Island, in the western side, westernmost side of Indonesia. 先ほどとは少し、一味違う、インドネシアの文化、紹介になると思いますけれども、スマトラ島の、最も、西側にあるアチェ州、からの、サマンダンスという伝統舞踊の、演奏が、これから始まると思います。もうしばらくステージの準備を進めていますので、もう少々お待ちいただければと思います。ちなみにですが、サマンダンスの演奏が、終わったら、閉会のご挨拶、がありますけれども、閉会の挨拶の次にですね、実はまだ文化交流という枠があります。集合写真も、その枠に、行われる予定なので、集合写真を一緒に撮りたい方や、文化交流に参加したい方、あるいは名刺交換をしたい方は、ぜひ、閉会のご挨拶、終わっても、もう少し、ここで、残っていただければと思います。So just for your information, after the Saman dance, we will have a closing remark. But after the closing remark, we actually still have one more agenda, which is a cultural exchange event, as well as photo session. So if you want to take picture together and you want to experience a bit of Indonesian culture afterward, or you just want to exchange business cards with each other, please stay here for a bit more until after the closing remark. So I think the preparation is okay. So let us welcome Indonesian Student Association Saman Dance Team. 留学生のサマンダンスチームです。大きな拍手お願いします。
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Mulia warir anu pelampuan, mulia rakan mameh suara. Di nanggro Aceh siramo muka, nanggro mentua Nusantara kaya. Nanggro Aceh ubi hasil melimpah, di rahmat Allah yang Maha Esa. Kuala Baro rantau maelah Kuala Langsa, sampai nak teka di tanah Jawa. Ayon ayone Allah salamatan habibillah. Allah Allah Allahu ya Allah 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 Allahu ya Allah. Bungong ijda bungong kanui natamong najaparisa. Bungong ijda bungong kanui natamong najaparisa. Bungong nyoy kon bungong tabe kon bungong kaye kon bungong jampa. Bungong nyoy kon bungong tabe kon bungong kaye kon bungong jampa. Bungong ijda bungong kanui natamong najaparisa. Bungong ijda bungong kanui natamong najaparisa. Bungong lonyoy kon bungong tabe kon bungong kaye kon bungong jampa. Bungong lonyoy kon bungong tabe kon bungong kaye kon bungong jampa. Yahu Allah Allah eha Allah eha Allah eha hai wala hai kotan kotan kotumbang bungo kambang tapula bumbang hai mangadon adon adang ecut ukutre raja Yahu Allah Allah eha. Ya Allah dia tunang bule Jipute sinde di Aceh mulia. Lam Pancasila kalema tule, bule melape burung Garuda. Hey! Ya Allah mengingat-ingat wahai rakyat, kebudayaan begato jagat, kebudayaan. Berat udara budaya luar. Hey, Combo teku raja, si jumpa merah si Ela di Tanoaro. Hoslah hos mena so ambo teku raja. Teluk mano dalam gelanggang, dua gelanggang si raja-raja wali. Teluk mano dalam gelanggang, dua gelanggang si raja-raja wali. Bago-bago rahalan halai hala, bago-bago rahalan halawele. Hai analaan hai doa lagu kabe, hai analaan hai doa kamu mediwang. Bago-bago rahalan halai hala, bago-bago rahalan halawele. Hai analaan hai doa lagu kabe, hai analaan hai doa kamu mediwang. Hai janlah tumile abile janlah ture janlah tumile adile janlah tunamora menari lamate lemane lemba cabang bungo lamate berkuang janlah tumile abile janlah ture janlah tumile adile janlah tunamora menari lamate mare la lemba cabang bungo lemate bertuang amin Allah selami. Orang mukmin gelak-gelak doa berkat rahmatullah yang membangun sila sejahtera amin Allah selami. Orang mukmin gelak-gelak doa lale lale getano lale hana jantate umuka tua putinga jambot kuningan mise atong ta jombe tikamu salah mise atong ta jombe tikamu salah atong ta jombe tikamu salah atong ta jombe tikamu kamu salah lale lale getano lale hana jantate umuka tua putingnya janggot kuningan mise atong ta jombe tikamu salah putingnya janggot kuningan mise atong ta jombe tikamu salah lale 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 lale. Hành la ot sa lilla lamba ma agon kapai edi lamba bure bure hai bacutte salah hungkon sa lahlon salalun ayon kawai di gat dalam perahu layar labokau sabang kapata tiang hamang kuala hemainone hot sẽ là vì hôn sabang wahai ớt chúc bang mẹ sayang senda hay là ot sa kapot angin kapot angin laut bergelombang bergelombang tiap udoy ngon malam sabi laut bergelombang bergelombang kapot angin kapot, angin laut bergelombang, bergelombang tiap udoy ngon malam sabi laut bergelombang, bergelombang kapot, angin laut bergelombang, bergelombang tiap udoy ngon malam sabi laut bergelombang, bergelombang kapot, angin laut bergelombang, bergelombang tiap udoy ngon malam sabi laut bergelombang, bergelombang lale, 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 lale.
Anak
サマンダンスチームありがとうございます。いかがでしたでしょうか。Thank you very much for the dance and for the warm response. So we will go over to our last formal part of this event, which is the closing remark. Yeah, unfortunately we don't have ballet dance by Pandesang as formal, but we can ask him to perform here during the cultural exchange session afterward. ですね、もうフォーマルのところ、としてはもう最後の、イベントなんですけれども、すぐ終わったら、文化交流セッション、集合写真、もまだありますので、参加したい方はぜひ、ここにお残りいただければと思います。So please welcome closing remarks from Professor Hirata Akira. 平田先生、お願いします。もしよければ、新田先生お願いします。
大丈夫ですか。Excuse me, but I have to make a closing session, closing remarks. We have a so happy time, so I'm sorry. Anyway, first of all, I'd like to express great thanks to all the participants and all the speakers and all the players and dancers. For taking time out of your busy schedule to be here and to maybe to connect this session to join this opening event of Kyushu University Asia Week 2022. The opening event entitled Indonesia-KyushuUniversity Spirits of Future. ご参加ありがとうございました。忙しい時間縫ってこの時間に参加していただいた方、接続していただいた方、感謝いたします。タイトル最初にそこに出ておりますけれど、どう訳すんですかね。インドネシアと九州大学の未来に向けてみたいな、そういうニュアンスだと思います。Especially, I'd like to express my great thanks to our guest speakers. Ambassador Heru Ahmadi of Keynote Speaker talk about Indonesia-Japan collaboration, especially in the field of energy, for global future life, including energy transition roadmap toward net zero emission. 将来我々が実現しなきゃいけないネットゼロエミッションについてインドネシア大使の方からお話しいただきました。またそれを九州大学と共同して協力してやっていけたら素晴らしい話だなと思います。And Dr. Rahamadi Hiada, alumni of Kyushu University Ohashi campus, talk about global networking, including KUFUSA and FOSA activity. And Professor Fujiwara, Faculty of Agriculture, talked about fine experience in Indonesia and deep connection and post-COVID project in Indonesia. And Miss Tiara Amanda Alamshu Chairperson of Indonesia Student Association in Fukuoka talked about Indonesian culture, and Professor Aizawa, Faculty of Society and Culture Study, Kyushu University, as a fine moderator, have a nice discussion on outlook of Indonesia-Kyushu collaboration, including topics of タピオカで作った溶けるゴミ袋、environmental friendly bag、日高さんには大橋キャンパスの出身ということで、大橋のお話から、またクフサとフォサという留学生のネットワークの同窓会組織のような集まりなんですね。そのことについてお話しいただきました。また藤原先生には森林の関係の共同、またインドネシアでの経験等をお話しいただいた次第です。またアマンダさん、アラムシャーさんには、インドネシアの文化の話をしていただきました。相沢先生がモジュレーターとしてそれをうまくまとめていただいて、で会場の方からもインドネシア製の溶けるゴミ袋という僕も知らなかったような話をしていただいて参考になります。And I enjoyed comfortable sound by ankle performance and powerful and moving saman dance performance. Very thank you. アンクルの演奏とサマンダンス、これもやっぱり文化交流の上に非常にいいなと思いながら感動的だなと思って聞いておりました。And additional information about Q-AOS. Kyushu University has designated 9 days starting from today to ending on November 12th as Kyushu University Asia Week 2022. We will have a chance to join various events. I hope, and you will use these events as opportunity for international exchange with a wide variety of culture and knowledge. For starters, let's try play ankrum musical instrument from now. Okay. I'd like to conclude my closing remarks by expressing my hope that this symposium are meaningful for all the participants. And this symposium serves to make the partnership between Indonesia and Kyushu University and Indonesia and Japan tight. Make it tight by cultural and memorial exchange. このシンポジウムでこれからのインドネシアと日本、それから九州大学の交流がより強く盛んになることを望んで、私の挨拶をさせていただきます。Thank you for your attention.
原田先生, thank you very much. And I'm sorry for mistaken with your name at the start. So that's the end of our formal session. But the staff, Pandey Sensei has told me that we still have this place until at least 3:45. So we will start with the photo session right now, and then we'll continue to non-formal cultural exchange and basic kokan and anything that you want to do. もうフォーマルなイベントが、それにて、終わりましたけれども、45分まで、この会場が使えることを、 が、パンデ先生より一応お聞きしましたので、これよりは集合写真に続きまして、文化交流という、セッションに移りたいと思います。45分まで、この会場が使えますので、45分になったら私どもから、もう、一応、はい、終わりますという、指示だけを、出しますので、それまでは、ぜひ、ごゆっくり過ごしてください。So yeah, please start. We'll start the photo session. So if you want to participate, please come to the stage. If you want to take picture, please stand by with your camera. 集合写真を始めますので、写りたい方は、どうぞステージの方に、お迎えください。写真撮りたい方は、各自のカメラを用意してください。ぜひ映りたい方はステージの方お願いいたします。
今いらっしゃる